Quebecers should take away that we're increasing infrastructure spending by $5 billion. Also, the specific mission of the state, healthcare, education, justice, public securities are adequately funded. And then there's some targeted measure for homelessness, food banks, domestic violence, housing. So there's targeted measure, infrastructure, and then the main mission of the states.
So that's Eric Girard, who, by the way, will be joining us just after the 5:30 news to break down more of that budget. What he didn't mention in there was how much money is being set aside for education. Number I saw, $639 million in investments over 5 years for the network. $350 million of that earmarked for what is called educational success. Joe Ortona is chair of the English Montreal School Board and president of QESBA as well, and is on the line. Joe, thanks for taking the time. So you've had a chance to look at this. Give me your overall reaction with respect to education in this budget.
It's hard to be very optimistic, Aaron. First of all, thanks for having me on. This government, we know, has said over and over again, education is our number one priority. Far from it. They said that they're presenting a 3% increase in the education budget. It's actually not that. It's closer to 2.4%. When you consider that the increase in salaries is 2.6%, they're not even covering those increases. So overall, we're looking at what's going to be another difficult year that they're going to expect us to make further cuts to the ones that we've already made.
So how do we break this down? I mean, as I said, $315 million earmarked for educational success. Do they explain what educational success means to them?
No, not specifically. I gather that educational success does not mean the same thing for them as it means for us. We pride ourselves on having the highest success rates in the province of Quebec. The English system, does far better than the French public system, and some of the English school boards are actually competing with private schools when it comes to success rate, because we understand, the importance of community involvement, parent volunteers, all of the efforts we make to go the extra mile than to provide the bare minimum of services, which is really what this government expects when they keep cutting in education and cutting and cutting. Where exactly do you think cuts are going to be held? They're going to be held in services to children. That's the unfortunate reality.
So what about, we've addressed the labor shortage, of course, in education system as well. What's in here, if anything, to address that you saw?
Not much, and again, we're still analyzing this in order to have a full understanding of it. But from what we can see, there's no indication that the hiring freeze is going to be lifted. There's no indication to increase in services for children with special needs, for example, in order to be able to hire more teachers or other personnel that can help provide the necessary resources and services. I'm not seeing any of that, and so that's quite troubling, because again, it looks like education is going to take a backseat, and the students are going to have to pay the price for the bloated deficit and mismanagement of this government over the last several years.
I want to make sure I understood as well. So you said the actual cost increase is not even going to be offset by the amount the government's investing. Is that right?
That's what we're seeing.
Okay.
When they say a 3% increase, we're already noticing that some of that is kind of being already accounted for. So again, it's not. It's 2.4%, which barely covers inflation, and it doesn't cover the increase of the salaries that were negotiated already in the new collective agreement.
Did you get to have a chance to sit down with the education minister and say, look, here's what we need? I know we talked a lot about the bills, Bill 21, Bill 96, et cetera, but what about specifically what the education system needs from the English side in this province? Was that conversation ever held?
No, you've asked me this before. The answer hasn't changed. We have attempted to have several meetings with the new Minister of Education as soon as she was named. We asked for meetings, we asked for phone calls, we asked for a sit down, something at least to start a dialogue.
Yeah.
We never got a response from Sonia LaBelle or anybody in her office. There's no way to sugarcoat this. They have absolutely no interest in the concerns of the English-speaking community or of the English school boards, or trying to find out what our needs are. They don't care.
The reason I ask is I'm always hoping for a different answer, that something has changed, but I'm never going to get that, I guess.
Yeah, I hope for that too.
Joe, I thank you for the time. I always appreciate it.
Maybe with a new government. Thank you, Aaron.
Maybe.
iHeartRadio is throwing it back.
2010s, the decade.
To the days of huge hits and unforgettable anthems. A non-stop stream of the biggest and best.
Drake, Rihanna, Beyonce, Katy, Gaga, The Weeknd,
and more. All your decade-defining favorites, all in one place.
Hi, it's Katy Perry.
Hey, it's Bruno Mars.
This is Kesha.
Find 2010's The Decade on the free iHeartRadio app. Preset the station so it's always one tap away.